You Matt?
Yep.
Matt, how are we doing today?
Pretty good. It's Zack, right?
This is Zack, yes.
Yeah.
Right on. So, you're calling, you're looking, or you have in 2008, you're possibly going to something newer.
Yeah. There are a lot of changes, so I think it's about time.
Okay.
Getting old.
Right on. Before we get into this, what is it that you like about your bike now?
Honestly, I really like the way that it looks. I mean, I like that it's kind of stripped down, but it still gives me the opportunity to put like a laptop when I go to work in my saddlebag. And it really looks cool, and it's got some performance to it still for a touring motorcycle. That's what I like the most.
Sure, it's definitely a sporty looking bike.
Yeah.
Awesome. How many miles you got on it?
A little bit over 8,000, so I don't ride a ton, but
Okay.
a little over 8,000.
And you sounded like only have a couple of kids?
Got two. You have a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old.
Right on. So they won't be riding anytime soon.
They will not, but I kind of escape from the kids on the motorcycle.
Sure. Gotcha. Over time, I mean, one great thing about what we do at Harley-Davidson of Madison is we're working on trying to build people's legacies. So you're a rider. You want your kids to ride eventually one day?
Oh, absolutely. I got a little dirt bike for one of them.
Right on.
That is the blast of it.
Okay, cool. What we do is if you buy a street model or a Sportster model and you ride as much as you want, Wolf says ride the piss out of it, and then you trade it in within that 12 months, you can trade it on any big twin motor and you get your full money back for what you pay for it, minus the taxes and fees. So say you pay 10 grand. So that's something to keep in mind, for later on in life when your kids want to ride.
Yeah, and you guys will be doing that. That's kind of something you guys do all the time.
Yep, and there's a couple other things that we do as well. I mean, when we do maintenance, you schedule an appointment, we'll actually come out, pick your bike up, and actually pick it up, do the maintenance, and drop back off if that's what you like. So it's a couple of great things about what our dealership has to offer.
Okay.
And we're all about customer experience. We try to do a kick-ass customer experience on every single bike deal. Make sure the customer gets everything that they want and that they need. So Wolf's been in the business 37 years.
Wow.
Over those 37 years, he's earned 17 gold iron shields. What that means to you is 17 gold iron shields. Gold iron shield goes to like the top percent, like 1% of dealerships in the nation. He has more than anybody else in the world. So every time we just aim to strive to do the best.
Okay.
So we're looking at this 2017 kick-ass machine, right?
Yeah.
What is it that you think you really like about it?
I like the color. I really like the lagoon orange. I think it's super sharp. Yeah, I've read a few things. There was some article on Mozilla, so I heard a little bit about these things. So I'm interested in more performance, and yeah, it's a little bit more comfort, and obviously the style is similar to what I've got, but a little bit more refined. So I guess style and the ability to go on it.
And you're coming off of 2008.
Yep.
So in 2009, Harley went to a stretch frame, wider tires, better suspension, and then in 14 they came out with the Project Rushmore. That was kick-ass. And now in 17 they came out with the Milwaukee 8. So it's a 107, 8-valve system, 2 plugs, 4 valves in each cylinder, 2 spark plugs, more performance. It's kick-ass, and then on top of it, they redesigned the front suspension and rear suspension as well.
Okay.
Part of the Project Rushmore is the saddlebags. Yours open up here, you've got clips here and here, so you got a glass.
Yeah.
It's badass. Now you open like this.
What took them so long to figure that out?
I can definitely ask him and I'll get back to you. But it's awesome because you can sit at a stoplight, you can grab some gloves if your hands are cold, grab a bottle of water, whatever you might need.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then you also have GPS.
Cool.
So if we flip it over here, and while this is loading, just talk a little bit more about the machine. One thing that I would love to see Harley do, and they haven't yet, but I think it's coming down the road, is offer the Daymaker headlight on the street light. It doesn't come standard now, but I'll tell you, every bike, I own a Softail Slim S. That was the first thing I did before the bars, before the exhaust, before anything crazy. Because what's your life worth? Daymaker
According to
headlight.
Kelly, there's about 750 grand on it.
I'm assuming Kelly's your wife?
Yeah.
Right. So within the GPS, I'm just going to pop it up real quick to show you. And in there, they have a database loaded in there. It has every HD dealership in the nation. So if you said you kind of go on long rides over the weekends?
Yeah, weekend, kind of weekend warrior when I escape, get out of work.
Sure. And say you're out riding, you hit a pothole, you blow a tire, whatever it might be. And you can go straight in your GPS, go to the dealership mode, and it'll bring up every dealership closest to you. And even more so, it's even better that you go here.
The route is being
They'll give
calculated.
you the address, they'll give you phone numbers, so you can just call them and say, hey, I'm broke down, I'm on my 221 for flat tire, can you come pick me up? So you do have that option, which is with the front suspension, they redesigned that cartridge in there so it's a lot smoother to ride.
Okay.
And it's a kick-ass machine because now with this 107, if you want to get down here, take a look at this rocket box. You see how it just pops. It's beefy, it looks badass. Your friends are gonna be jealous now. Do you have any questions at this time?
You know, I've heard that the thing is obviously more powerful. So, you know, I got a 96 cubic inch bike now. I mean, what do you think I'm gonna feel?
Significant more torque, better throttle response. Just off the line, as soon as you grab and go, it's going to take off. It's a badass ride. Everything about the new motor is kick-ass. They're fun to ride. Yeah. And even down to the horn cover over here that they redesigned. So I mean, just small little features like this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little things on this that is just a really badass machine.
Looks great.
Yeah, absolutely. So you said you go on longer trips, but you also take it to work.
Yeah, I
So-
commute with it.
Yeah, so I mean, you said you go camping if it's a good fit, you do that kind of stuff, you could take it somewhere, you know, go for a jog and jump on it and ride home. Same thing if there's some camping gear here for a day or two. A great way to do it. So a little bit about myself is when I work with a customer, say this, you know, you're happy with it, we sit down, we write up a deal, I'll give you my cell phone number, it's on the back of my business card here. And what I do is, anytime that you have a question about anything at all, you can always call me, I'm always available. And I had a customer that he had just picked up a Slim S on his way back from lacrosse. It was about 9:30 at night on a Saturday. I just happened to be home with a couple of technicians and the service manager. He called me and said he was blowing oil all over. So I asked if he'd just take some pictures of it and send it to me. I happened to be with the techs. I showed him and just asked him to kind of diagnose it over the picture.
Yeah.
They figured out what it was, and then it was a Saturday night. Sundays, right now, as of right now, we're not open for service on Sundays, but the service manager and myself actually went in there, and we fixed the problem, remedied the problem, got him back on the road so he could continue riding, because it was just overfull.
Okay, wow.
So
This is
one
your
of the
actual
things-
cell phone, that's not gonna go to the dealership? Wow.
No, that is my actual cell phone, yes.
Cool.
So, and I also, another thing I do is, anybody that buys a bike from year to year, I organize a ride. The next one's actually coming up September 11th. So everyone meets at my house, we go for a 100-mile ride, come back, I got some guys that I'm on the fire department with, they're actually gonna be smoking fried bread. So what it does, it gives you an opportunity to meet other riders. You know, maybe hear some cool rides that they went on, or maybe meet some people that you want to end up going on a ride with. So it's kind of a great way to start meeting other guys. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, I got one, and then you can always use another, right?
you wanna, how about you throw a leg over it and I'll hold it up for you and kind of see how this one feels as opposed to the last one.
Okay. You let people hop on the bikes, huh?
Oh, absolutely. So if you want to put your feet up, I got the bike.
All right, you got me.
How's it feel?
I feel a little cooler on it, to be honest with you.
You got a nice riding stance. This bike says Matt all over it. It's definitely
I like it. I really do.
awesome. Is
The
there
seat
any,
feels a little bit different than mine. I actually feel like I'm sitting a little lower in it.
You tucked
It's
it
more
over.
comfortable, yeah, and a little bit more support on my tailbone. Feels good.
Sure, absolutely. And then a couple other things you made. Does your wife ride?
She rides with me a little bit here and there, not a lot, so once in a while.
Sure. And you can get some docking hardware that we just slide in here for an opportunity to have a backrest. Or if you're going on a weekend trip, you can get a luggage rack as well. Or you can actually get, Harley makes luggage bags that slide over top the backrest. Actually work out great if she's not on the back because it acts as a operating backrest as well.
Oh,
So it
nice.
does give you some support if you don't have a backrest.
Gotcha.
That's certainly an option that you can have.
Nice.
One last thing I kind of want to show you is how well balanced these machines are. So what I'm going to do is have you kind of stand over here. I'm going to stand it up just to show you how low center of gravity is and the weight. And then we'll get you on that test ride
Sounds good.
and see if what you think of it. So right now the bike's standing on its own.
Wow.
That's how well balanced these bikes are.
Wow, that was off the kickstand.
Don't try that at home, folks.
I don't think I would. That's 5 minutes, man.
So see what you think of the power, the torque. This is a counterbalance motor now. So there's a counterbalance in there, however, it's still rubber mounted. Okay. What that's going to do is it does eliminate some of the vibrations. You're going to notice that as opposed to your weight.
Yeah,
There's
that
gonna be-
shake's pretty good.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit less, but they did still leave some there because you still like that old school nostalgic Harley on a badass. I want to,
Yeah.
you know, you pull up the stoplight. So let's get you filled out some test forms and then get you out on the road and kind of see what you think.
Sounds
You
good.
did that? Also, another reason I gave you my cell phone number is if you're out on a test ride and something happens, call me on that because I always have that on me. If I'm working with somebody else or if I'm in back in the warehouse, you may not get a hold of me.
Okay.
So just as a safety precaution, if you take your phone with you, you can put it in the saddlebags or up here, and then, because you can actually plug your phone in here as well to
Oh,
charge
yeah,
it,
that's nice.
or use it as a media source. But just take your phone with you, so if you have any issues, I'm your immediate contact. I'll get you ready to rock and roll, we'll figure out what's going on.
Sounds good.
Awesome, you want to come with me, and then we will sit down, get some forms filled out, and go from there.
Sounds good.
Excellent.